Alright, over to OTC talk instead of all that other nonsense. All kinds of carbon on this map. Other things are looking a bit more sparse. Scavenger, however, is looking kind of playable. You've got power surges, you've got bribe of claims, you've got adrenaline boost. I mean, Scavenger could really potentially get some work done. So it's going to be tempting to try and make decent use of all this carbon scattered about. Other things look maybe a bit difficult to get a hold of, but possibly still usable. Now, in particular, I'm worried about aluminum, which is looking kind of sketchy on this map. And we'll just have to see how it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and found. We'll just grab some aluminum and carbon immediately on the found. See if we can make that work for us. I'm probably going to wait for 1 aluminum send. I don't know if I need to wait for 2 as a scavenger. I'm not doing any funny business right now. Just trying to get expanded fairly quickly. We will be looking for a water pump. I'm not seeing Bradbury as an AI. Everybody looks fine to me. With any luck, that'll actually be the case. So, no shenanigans with the aluminum. We're just taking a couple of basic aluminum tiles. We will probably just grab water and silicon when we expand. And I didn't really check geotherms. Okay, yeah, there are 3 on the map so far, it looks like. See if we can make some decent use of those. We can go ahead and upgrade. I was hoping for that aluminum shipment to come on in. It took a lot longer than I was expecting. Why don't we just grab aluminum, water, and silicon. Try and rush through things in order to get upgraded to HQ level 3 fairly quickly, I think. We'll go ahead and buy into glass a bit since that's only likely to go up for the time being. I believe we have all of our buildings settled down. Here comes the silicon, which is not particularly valuable. And of course the water pump. Alright, looking good. Alright, filthy pirates. There is a scientist this game, but he's doing some very strange things. He's got a water pump, he's got a farm, and he's got a metal mine. Not so much what you're looking for as a scientist, which means pirates might not be as valuable as one would hope. However, they are going to be able to pull something off, especially with aluminum being this expensive at this stage of the game. So maybe we'll bid up to 12? I'm not really sure. I think we can make that work okay. 16 is starting to push it, though. 16 is really starting to push it, but I'm going to go for it. I'm a little nervous about debt. I really want to be able to have access to some decent amount of cash right now. We're just going to do one of those right there. Okay, let's go ahead and sell down, grab a claim. Don't know if that was the best idea because I'm not really making a whole lot of money from it at this point. But the hope is that I'll be stealing enough that it'll be alright. And I can go ahead and start setting up some kind of money making, like just a simple electrolysis reactor. Another option is just to go into another water pump in the short term. Try and pull in a lot from that, and then I'm able to more easily set up reactors next time. Of course, past that, there's also the basic idea of what if I just throw down a solar panel in all this high territory I've got going on. Make my life a little bit easier long term. Grab maybe another claim even, throw down another solar panel. That way I've just got power secured. And it's okay, and we're good to go. Other options would have been going for some wind power, but it's just not as strong as the solar power is in general. So I'm going to go with the solar. Plus the solar we can easily move around later. All kinds of very basic stuff like that. Now the trick is going to be managing to actually push to the 40 glass we need, despite all the nonsense I've been doing. Hopefully the silicon and water will see us through to HQ level 3. No more black market purchases. 2 claims was kind of a ridiculous amount, if we're being honest. Like, that was a lot. A lot of black market purchasing to do already. And so you can see we're struggling to push to this glass total. Aluminum has cratered. Thankfully we got a lot of it when it was still pretty expensive, and we managed to sell a lot of it down and make that money in order to get into glass, but it's still kind of cratered. So we'll just be looking for this upgrade in order to get into reactors very, very quickly. There it is. Sell down just a little bit. We should be able to get these built. Carbon obviously has no cost whatsoever right now. The other option was going into glass, but it looks like the reactors are making a bit more money right now. So that's why I kind of stuck with the reactors. Also, reactors obviously hold their price a bit better, especially when you look at all these ships and how far they're flying everywhere. So hopefully those will give us a decent amount of cash fairly easily. However, I am going to want to goon squad them if at all possible, just to make sure they keep up their production. Kind of avoiding an adrenaline boost for the moment because power surges are of course available, which can shut those down very effectively. Alright, a geotherm auction. I mean, we could bid on that. That's alright. Power's not great, honestly, because there's already some geotherm set up. Not sure exactly where all the power is, but it looks like we've got basically a geotherm and then my 2 solar panels set up already. So power's not fantastic, but basically a geotherm is super cheap right now for us, so it would only cost the debt. My concern is I already have quite a bit of debt. Like, I still have more debt than everybody else because of that initial pirate thing that I did, which let me long-term get a couple extra claims set up very, very cheap. So that's why I was kind of okay with it. But I'm still not in a good spot in a lot of ways. We'll try and make it work. We will try and make it work. Let's take a look over at Herbert. He's got a very similar setup to us, except he's not pulling in carbon anymore, and he just moved those over into electrolysis out here, which is a very interesting decision, and I am very tempted to shut him down for that just a little bit. I do not want people having reactors set up right now. Not at all. Not even a little bit. So I could upgrade. Upgrading might not be the worst idea. It lets me spend all this carbon. Might make it a little bit longer until I get to this black market purchase in particular. Then you shouldn't have made those reactors! It's that simple. Don't make the reactors. And then you don't get shut down by things like that. So I got a new claim. We'll go ahead and throw down another solar panel with that just to get a nice triangle going. Now we hit the upgrade and try and move into either farms or glass. I'm a bit more tempted by the farms, although there are already a few farms down and no real glass production still, so I guess glass is an option. Hit the glass. Maybe grab a hologram. Go ahead and throw that down on this tile, and then head for something like a hacker array, just to be silly. And frankly, because the hacker array is kind of an enjoyable building in a lot of ways, if you can make it work. And I've been tempted more and more to try and make it work. I like the idea behind it. We might be flooding power a bit too much, so we're going to need to keep an eye on that. And see exactly what we're going to have to do with it. I would love another goon squad. Right now, I would love another goon squad. There you go. So long term, the plan is pretty clear. We're going to try and get an adrenaline boost down right here, hack glass, see what we can do with that. We're already an HQ level ahead of basically everybody. Power surging these farms would be nice, but it's not absolutely critical, and as we can see, the glass furnace is doing a bit better than the farms right now. Oh, this is silly. These people both headed into glass? Well, we're going to go ahead and toss down the adrenaline boost anyway as soon as this auction is over. As soon as this auction is over. I'm kind of frustrated that they're both heading into glass right now, but what can you do? Glass is a good thing to make. That's just the way of it. Why are these glass furnaces making more glass than I would expect them to? 0.88 as opposed to 0.75. Now they're down to 0.75. I don't... Maybe it was because he had queued up an adjacent building. Everything was just a little bit off. I don't really know. Check out my boosted glass. It's amazing. I guess we could go ahead and upgrade. We've got everything for it. Did this not start? Come on, short glass. I said to short glass. It ignored me completely. I said to do it, though. Let's just upgrade. Maybe we'll short something else in the future. Alright. What to do, what to do, what to do. I could grab another goon squad and just place it there so that in the future, if I want to use this set of tiles for something like that, I'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and just buy into that ridiculously. I doubt anybody was sitting on a massive stockpile of $60 silicon. So with any luck, I'll be alright. These are burning money now like crazy because of what I went and did. Gotta be on the watch for that. Let's go ahead and get down 2 more water pumps. I think that'll be okay. Let's see, Herbert is also sitting on a giant cash stockpile, so we have to sell out. I think he came out better than we did there, but not by a lot if he did. We can also go ahead and throw down one more quick little silicon. thing, and then an off-world market is an option right now. Like this exact moment, I could just throw down an off-world. Now I can't because carbon's up to $90, but I could still work toward an off-world. Man, seriously, a surplus on glass too? And we're getting hit by a mutiny somewhere. That's not acceptable. I'll take that back. Thank you very much. So I wanted this off-world. I guess I can wait till the end of this surplus in order to make it happen. The electrolysis really not making a whole lot of money. Let's go ahead and just do it.
Scientific colony expanded.
We'll make the claim there. Throw down the hologram. I feel like the hologram shouldn't show invisible when it has a reasonable set of buildings it could copy. Just saying. And we will go ahead and finish our last claim off on some carbon because carbon's ridiculous at the moment. Now, this glass is not good. And I'm thinking it would be good to go ahead and move on out of it. Grab a goon squad for here and maybe just move into farms. We'll need to get out of the electrolysis at some point before long. But I think farms are still okay for the moment. And then long term, maybe we can make a shift into steel instead of electrolysis, things like that. Like steel is actually making pretty good money right now. And I probably should have put that down instead of the farms. What am I wanting to send off-world? It was food. Okay, then farms are fine. I'm comfortable with the farm decision. This is still doing a glass shortage, which I don't really like. I don't really want to short food either. I suppose I could short carbon, actually. Is one thing I could short. Another option is to just short fuel, which I'm fairly comfortable with. Everybody else also kind of has fuel flying around, but another option is to not do any of that and just do something really dumb, like get into electronics production and start a short on that right now. Or short steel, assuming that Asimov is going to have to blow through his in order to upgrade one more time. That's actually the very tempting option. I'm going to go for it. Just head into the steel right now. There, 40,000 for that is more reasonable. Okay, and obviously this power needs to not be auto-selling and needs to be scrapped and replaced with an engineering lab, although I might grab an extra claim and just like put another solar panel down somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and grab up a mutiny just so they can't target me with them as easily. Where do I want to put this? Anywhere even? Do I care? I'm also frustrated by the freeze here, but whatever. And let's start sending.
We caught a dirty rat trying to break our stuff.
Yeah, we did. What are they trying to do? A network virus? Why would you try and network virus my food, Herbert? That doesn't make much sense to me. Power surge, sure. Do that all day. Although I'm not even going to shut down their food, I don't think. I think I want to shut down some of this steel, maybe? Steel's not doing as well as I was hoping because the iron's kind of getting a little awkward, but it's making good money. But I'm taking advantage of that too, so I think it's alright. I'll just do one of these. I don't want to shut down his iron income because I'd like for that to stay kind of expensive. Let's go ahead and increase our food production just a bit. Sell down some food. We'll buy up a little bit of steel. Silicon not doing so hot. Glass is an option again. I do want to point that out. Alright, and apparently we still shorted fuel and I wasn't paying attention to that fact. So we're going to buy into it just a bit. And then sit. I hate that I can't cancel things while an auction is going on. It's still one of my least favorite features about the entire game in a lot of ways. Is that idea. Well, we made fuel valuable, and then we weren't making it anymore. Call that a stupid thing. I guess we can get some power back down. Power's back up above $4. That means buying an extra claim. Throwing it down. Hopefully this steel shortage actually works the way I want it to. Buying into Bradbury, getting out here. I guess this could have actually gone into power, right? And then we scrap these and turn them into reactors, because reactors are just that good right now. Alright. Aluminum's ridiculous. Carbon's ridiculous. And on top of that, Herbert is HQ level 5, so selling down carbon, not the worst thing ever. Let's keep upgrading food, because we're launching that. Do I grab an extra claim so I can throw down a little more silicon power nonsense? I don't know. I actually don't know. Don't care about a core sample pretty much at all. What I think I would like to do is grab an adrenaline boost. This is a risky move in a lot of ways, but it could work out okay.
8,000.
Let it go, let it go. Alright. Mutiny right on that center farm. Well, there's an easy way to fix that. Bam. Done. No problem. Don't know if that's the move I want to make. What do I want to do? I could... We're in an awkward spot. I'm not making enough power. Is kind of the awkward place that I've put myself. I would love to get to a buy on Bradbury before too long. It's going to cost me about $200,000. I'm currently sitting on, oh, well above that. So I guess we'll do it. That would be the hacker array. Let's go ahead and short fuel. Actually, and get into a little bit of glass production. Is anybody making serious glass? Not really, it looks like. I don't know if that purchase was actually a good idea. We're not going to short fuel. We're going to short glass. We're going to adrenaline boost again right here. To make sure those launches keep running. And what do we got here? What do we got? We could throw down, actually, without too much difficulty, I think, another Offworld. It's a little expensive. But we've got just this one random tile here, not doing anything. So, Offworld market. Done. Not a problem. Not pulling in enough silicon. But hopefully that's okay. Got hit by another overload. Looks like, look at all this. This is why I said don't do this, by the way. With, in terms of UI, it's just gross. So basically water got super expensive and they're trying to kill my farms off. Along with that, just an understandable decision. What are we short? Glass? Yeah, okay. With any luck, that'll go reasonably well. We can maybe short glass again. I don't see anybody else in glass still, so we can just keep shorting it. And I'm fairly comfortable with that. Still launching the food just fine. Not a problem. I'm also wanted to try doing one of these just to see what it would say. So every last one of these tiles is now hologrammed. I have no idea what any of them are. So, we've got a hacker array, a patent office, a farm, and a farm, I think. Very interesting. Let's buy into Herbert. Let's just buy into both of them, actually. That way, if either of them attack me, I can attack back fairly easily. Probably not going to worry about those last 3 stocks. Herbert left. Understandable. The game's basically over. And I took it without too much difficulty this time. I think mostly because I took those pirates early, and then I was able to use that to kind of propel myself into that hacker array play. And it all worked relatively, you know, it worked pretty well. It worked pretty well. That does mean I should go ahead and focus down Asimov, because that will end the game immediately if I do it. And I don't know how any of these are doing, actually. I never really checked up on these buildings. I don't think any of them are drastically losing me money, so there's that, but... We're just going to buy a ton of glass. Okay, Herbert's buying into us, but that's probably not a problem. Let's see, let's see. Is there anything we actually want to hit over here? I don't think so. Electronics certainly could have been a worthwhile thing to get into, but I've been fairly comfortable sitting on what I've already had most of the time. Mostly because of this Offworld. Which is why I haven't been worrying about anything too much. Alright, here comes the glass hack. And what is glass doing? Still making me a ton of money, so I don't see any reason to move on out of it. Also, I'm lagging over here for whatever reason. Like, my UI, my interface is just being all awkward. So, if you're getting some of that on stream, I apologize. I'm getting it too. I don't know what the deal is. Is all I can say about it. We don't have any hacks going right now. Asimov is buying into us. We need 507 to kill him off. We could buy Herbert right now, not going to, as discussed earlier. Let's see. We could just adrenaline boost this area. Oh, so it's disguised as a solar panel. Cool. Your stock is being bought. Alright, 512 is now what we're looking at to finish off Asimov. We do need to be careful and actually press for that at some point. This is Goon Squadded. I guess we could just network virus that to clear the Goon Squad. We'll grab a Mutiny as well, long term. Hopefully the Offworlds will kind of just auto-win it for us, combined with the ridiculous oversupply of silicon we have. And just ridiculous number of tiles, relatively speaking. But I can't be too lackadaisical about the whole thing. There you go.
A new claim is available for auction. Bidding will begin at...
Yeah, I know, Cubit. I kind of shut you down almost instantly because you got into the markets I got into. Yeah, with the auction and stuff. Yeah, the game end is just bugged massively right now, but I guess that's just the way it is. But we can still talk about the game a little bit. Because I think the only thing that happened that game was, realistically, I got off to a blazing start, right? As Cubit stated, my start was insanely fast. Absolutely ridiculous. Where I got 2 carbon, and then 2 aluminum, and then water, silicon, and then pirates. And that was the insane thing about it all. Just getting those pirates, especially, for 18,000. Yeah, they didn't make me $18,000, but I still traded 18,000 debt for cold hard cash. And that's definitely what accelerated me to the point where I was able to pick up 2 new claims for power. 2 new claims for power. And eventually a 3rd as well. And then a 4th. I think a 4th, like all of these, I think, were extra claims, maybe. I don't know if any one of them was actually off an HQ. So that was basically an extra upgrade worth of new claims. For very, very cheap. I can't show how cheap because broken. But that's okay. But I think it was mostly pirates. Pirates on aluminum, and then that combined with the fact that everybody else drove up that fuel price so high, which let me very easily move into reactors. Cubit made a strong decision in moving into reactors as well, but unfortunately for him, I was paying attention, and I didn't want him using reactors, you know. So it just didn't work out. I don't know when people, or if people figured out this was an Offworld that was hologrammed ever. I don't know if people noticed the hacker array ever. They might have figured it out once there was this ridiculous amalgamation going on right here. I can't even imagine what that looks like. I think we've got a farm, a solar panel, a farm, a patent office, and I don't even know what this is supposed to be. I can't tell. Hold on. No, I still can't tell. Because it says invisible. Maybe this is supposed to be a hacker array. I don't really know. It's special nonetheless. Alright, let's hop out of this one.